All right, so today we're going to jump into something not so great for the crypto community, and that is the Senate rejecting the lobby approach toward the crypto bill. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back to TechPath. Joining me,
Lisa Francoeur, right here at your service.
Lisa, you're always pumped up on these things, but this was a downer.
Well, the crypto market's been pumping, so it's infectious energy. What can I say?
That's a good one. We're going to talk about that because market pumping. Seems like it's almost doing it in spite of DC, of what's happening right now.
It's quite paradoxical, but we'll unpack that.
Yeah,
I got some thoughts.
Let's get into it. So first piece reported yesterday, this was early, where U.S. senators and Treasury reached an agreement on the crypto requirements and infrastructure bill. So they basically said in this, and we'll talk a little bit about this, but the core of it was, hey, listen, we understand we've kind of overreached on our language here. Yep. Of course, we can't control miners and software developers and all those and try to create them as a broker.
It's next to impossible.
It's a very expensive process to become a broker. And I think they all realized this. So everybody was like, yeah, this was a stupid move on our part when we wrote this thing. And U.S. Senate Committee Banking on Housing and Urban Affairs announced Monday that Pat Toomey, Mark Warner, Cynthia Loomis, and all these cool cats up there said, hey, yeah, we're gonna fix this. We're in agreement on this.
I mean, listen, when you have bipartisan cooperation, that is very encouraging because it's like, oh, look, democracy, it's actually working. And then what happened, Paul?
Then we had an interesting situation. So
tell us more.
Yeah. So let's go back to this. So I want to get back to the definition because this is the scenario that's really causing the big ruffle. And of course, we know why. And now what is kind of going on here. But Coin Center's Executive Director, Jerry Brito, the compromise on the amendment tightens the expanded definition of the broker scenario. So it does address this whole issue around the broker side.
Right.
So that's the good thing, is that they at least know
clarity.
How to fix this.
Yep.
Okay. The problem is they could not fix it. So while the crypto community supported the Toomey, Wyden, Loomis amendment, basically what happened was we got a little bit of pushback, and lobbies kind of crash. And guess what? One pro-Bitcoin senator from Wyoming is out there pushing and pushing and pushing. And then on Bitcoin.com, their editor's note said at 5:15 yesterday afternoon,
yep,
bam, wait a minute, compromise has not been reached.
No, and the reason is because Senator Richard Shelby attempted to tack on a $50 billion
this was good.
bill, $50 billion in military spending.
This is White House cronyism at its best.
This is so disappointing because there was really no rationale behind the why.
Yeah.
And so...
Oh, there was a why.
Well,
$50 billion in why.
$50 billion in why, but were palms being greased here? Like what's kind of, the justification?
This is a challenge. I think this is a scenario that I think all of us in the crypto community and really in any kind of industry that really is now front of mind. 6 months ago, it was social media that was also facing these kind of scenarios. Now crypto is kind of the new poster child for DC. And I think the scenario is we have been woken up, and of course everybody I think was already fully awake, but I don't know that they understood that they were awaking the Kraken.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I called my senator.
Yeah.
And they were like, we've been inundated with calls. Like,
sure.
We hear you loud and clear. And the reality is that the mobilization of the community, which is something that I've championed on this show a number of times, is how I think that we gain the attention that we need to put pressure on our legislators. I mean, they work for us. Yep. So let's make sure that they're doing what's in the best interest of society at large. Now, one other thing that I'll point out, Paul, is that Senator Shelby is retiring. Yeah. And so, again, what do you have to lose?
Well, he needs a retirement. He needs a retirement package is what I'm
there
thinking.
You go.
Not that I'm saying
Golden
anything,
parachute.
We got these kind of things happening in DC all the time. Listen, here's the thing. I love it when we say that too often. The point is that we've got a lot of senators and congressmen and House representatives that really, some of which understand what's happening in technology. This is a bigger than the U.S. scenario, because when you look at cryptocurrency, let's just say blockchain technology, Web 3.0, in its entirety, this is a global movement,
right.
Which is why I think we have not seen a slowdown in the market. You got to remember, crypto never sleeps. And we're talking
24/7.
about Euro, Asia, South America, all of these emerging countries that are flowing into all of these markets. China is sitting over here just going, ha ha, we got the U.S. right where we want them.
And here's the thing, like,
They're disorganized.
for what it's worth, like, the U.S. has been synonymous with innovation.
Yeah.
And when you think about the internet, when the internet was, rolled out originally by DARPA, I believe it was.
Yep.
There was no indication that there would be all of these economies created, including like social media. So why would we want to stymie innovation? And I think that is also too the lack of understanding regarding the possibilities associated with blockchain and crypto, and we don't want to jeopardize innovation. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see who the leaders are here that continue to champion.
Well, the good thing is that you
futurism. Dare I
yeah,
say?
exactly. The good thing is I think you have a handful of lawmakers that are on, I won't call it on side. They're on the side of technology and innovation, which really is what this is about. When you look at where the industry is going, this is really kind of setting forth what the future is going to hold.
That's right.
The fact that we do have a few people that are moving in this direction is very promising, and I think maybe that in itself is also helping to bolster, because I think people are looking at this saying, all right, now we kind of get who the players are, now we know where to go and kind of what to do next.
And another thing I'll add is that, the original bill, what it showed was that there was a lack of understanding, there was a lack of education.
Yeah.
And I think even having that brought to the forefront gives, our legislatures pause, because they recognize, okay, there's a learning curve. And I'm hoping that that learning curve gets everyone kind of wanting to learn more about what is blockchain, what is crypto, and so on. So we'll see. But I feel it hasn't interrupted the market's bullish run. So
No. I want to jump to a tweet here by Rep. Tom Emmer. So essentially, Tom Emmer is on this thing called the Blockchain Caucus. He's a co-chair with Rep. Darren Soto, who's here in Florida, actually, where we're based, then Rep. David, and also Rep. Bill Forrester, all of which basically said they've sent this letter to every single representative in the House raising concerns about the Senate infrastructure bill and being paid for by our crypto industry. Basically what they're saying is you're putting crypto up as the sacrificial lamb
Right.
to be able to help and sustain some of these other assets or aspects that they're looking to try to pass in these bills.
Right.
Just so you guys know, this was a really good letter in the sense of just awareness. It also kind of flowed into, but what I wanted you to see here is everybody, this particular caucus is definitely on point. I want to highlight these email addresses right here. I'm going to hold those on screen for a minute.
Call to action.
Right here are the assistants that are directly related to this, the representatives that are on this caucus. And this team is the one that you want to reach out to. We've actually reached out to Lizzie Fallon and also Bill Rockwood, who represent both Emmer's and Darren Soto's office. So we're trying to get them on it. They've all kind of come up, and I think, one, they all understand kind of the essence of what we're facing here and what some of the potentials are. The fact that they're trying to get the House of Representatives kind of on point with where this is going, I think this is a great move.
I'm feeling encouraged by the fact that now the fate of crypto lies in the hands of the House. So we'll see what they do. But I'm glad that we're getting ahead and, just kind of peppering them with enough of, understanding that they realize this isn't about just an infrastructure bill.
Yeah.
This is about like the future economy. And when we talk about inflation rates, we might want to consider what we can do to accelerate innovation so that we can commoditize products and services to capitalize. So,
and of course, if you are in the lawmaker position, you probably pulled up this video right now, and yes, we're talking to you just to take a quick look at the market cap of what a global market looks like. That's 24/7, never sleeps, and that is CoinMarketCap right here, coming in at 1.8, almost 1.9 trillion. Bitcoin, of course, holding a dominance of around 45.9, and look where Bitcoin is continuing to flow. It's on its second life as its bull run, and of course ETH is right on its tail with holding in at 31.46. So the point is that this market didn't even miss a step.
Didn't skip a beat
on this news. So either one, they had full confidence that this is going to go, or they are looking at it from a global perspective and saying, if the U.S. lags behind, no big deal, more gravy for us.
But I also think that signifies the uncoupling of the U.S. as the predominant force in terms of innovation, but also
Good point.
the market, the direction that the global market is going in. So.
Well, and that's what a lot of people are saying. We do a lot of videos on analyzing the digital yuan from China, kind of where that movement is going. Now we're moving and shifting our focus in on the digital euro, which is coming very fast,
Right.
and where we just did a piece on that. All of these countries have already kind of figured out where this is going. It's just a matter of kind of putting the chess pieces in play. And then you have countries actually moving like El Salvador and so on that have already kind of said, hey, we got this. It's
recognizing Bitcoin as legal tender, which is also something that I think is important to call out, and that's the dollarized economies and this alternative to dollarized economies, which in the case of El Salvador is Bitcoin.
Big news happening in
Look at us,
space.
macro.
All right, guys, you listening over on the podcast right now. I know you're loving it. Continue to give us the kudos over there and follow us on Spotify, subscribe on iTunes. And of course, if you're
watching us on YouTube, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts on just everything crypto, the governance, the direction the market is moving in, etc. We care about what you have to say. So comment below. Be sure to subscribe. We want to make sure that you stay informed. And like I said, keep watching to keep learning, to keep earning.
That's right. All right, you guys, TechPath and the Paul Barron Network is about to hit 100K. That's going to be a special time when this channel is able to do that. One, because we're trying to bring you a different flavor of what technology and innovation is going to be for the future. And a lot of this surrounds technologies like cryptocurrency and blockchain. Also looks at EV innovations, autonomy, robotics, and AI. All of that is the future of where technology is going and how society is going to impact with it. So make sure and stay tuned. Best thing you can do for the show is share this with a friend of yours.
That's right.
And tell them, hey, jump into the TechPath tribe here and we'll be good to go, right?
Yeah, to see the future. Here's your crystal ball. You're welcome.
All right. You guys want to reach out to me, hit me up on Twitter @PaulBarron. Catch you next time right here on TechPath.